Welcome.
Hello,
We are live.
We are. So we are a little bit, kind of excited. Well, not a little bit, a lot of excited. Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here for our first live.
Check. If you hear us fine, if you are watching live, let us know in the comments so we know you are there. If you're watching the recording, let us know as well. Put recording in the comments so we know where you're watching from. This is the very first live we do, and we've got a better spot to talk and invite you in our home. And look at that, how fancy we are. Hey!
Yay! So we've got two cameras. It's something that we like to do. We love being a little bit fancy. But apart from this, I know some of you know us, and that you know us from Lazy Dancer Tips. We are the co-founders of Lazy Dancer Tips, another YouTube channel that we have created. And this is our new mission. Is not a project, is more a mission, because we are on the mission to help anyone like us, talents that are out there that want to make it into this online world and to offer the best thing that they've got about themselves, which is their talent, but they're too afraid to put it out there in the world and especially monetize it. I was the very first one to be in this situation, but thanks to Jacopo, I had the possibility to share my passion and to share my knowledge and everything that I had as a ballerina to the world, and actually create a community that is happy dancing together and rekindling this childhood passion that they've had for a long time in the drawer, and finally as adults they are dancing ballet.
And this channel, it was pretty much my idea, because being behind the scenes for 6 years, I felt like I've learned so much stuff on how to grow a technical side of a YouTube channel, how to put together the technical side of the marketing, the sales, the funnels. Why don't we just combine our experience and share it to save our younger self? If there is somebody like us 6 years ago that want to speed up the process of making multiple six-figure a year with something that you love doing, that can give you the lifestyle you want, this is the reason why I'm here. This is where we are here.
Well, he's the one with all the setups and the path and everything that we need to do. The systems, that's what I was looking for. So the systems to actually grow an online business without being just a creative and go, let's create a lot of stuff that I love. So thankfully I had him to say, no, we're not going to do that. We are going to plan it. We are going to put things into practice and into place. And so I said, why don't you share it with the world as well? So here we are.
Without further ado, let's jump right into the content, I would say. So before we start, what we're going to cover is 4 main points today on how to make money without selling your soul. That's pretty much my mission here. The first point is going to be how to pre-sell a digital product before even creating it. Yes, it's possible, and we'll tell you all about it. The second point is how to promote your products and services on social media properly, so without spamming, without selling, without annoying anyone. And the third point is this. Why should we build an email list, and what do we do once we have it? And then the fourth point is how to sell without selling your soul. Okay, if you're interested, let me know in a comment. Let us know in a comment so we know that you're alive and not already sleeping.
No, but give us a thumb up. Also make sure that you have pen and paper, because we love people that take action. We love people that take notes and actually implement all the mistakes that we have done before. Yeah, in our 7 years of a practice with Lazy Dancer Tips, actually put into practice right away once you have it, because that's the best way to actually save yourself from all the mistakes, and as well as helping someone out there that needs your help. All right, so good. Hello everyone. Hello Barbara. Hello Patricia. Hello CM. Hello. Glad to have you here. Thank you.
Very nice. So first of all, if you are in the position where you are building your course, or you are procrastinating on launching it because you're a little bit afraid, or you don't know exactly how to go about it. You don't know if it's going to crush it on the market, if you're going to sell it. This is what we're going to talk about right now. So how to pre-sell a digital product before you even create it.
I'm going to do this. So I'm going to turn around because I want to see what we wrote as well.
Oh yeah, we've got the script and everything.
So this is fun. This is funny. This is interesting. It's a question that we get asked quite a lot, and mainly because I was in the same situation as well, where when they said, "Oh, we need to pre-sell a product that has not been created yet," and me personally, I felt like I was cheating my people.
You didn't want to do it. You were so against it.
So we pretty much did it anyway because I was stubborn and I wanted to create a product in order for me to have it there, to have it in place, to then sell it. That was something that I'm losing my microphone. This is something that I had in mind because, as I was mentioning before, I felt like I was cheating people. It's almost like if you don't have anything tangible in your hands, how can you sell something that you don't have in your hands? How can you explain what you do? How can you put it out there and make it tangible for people, especially when we are selling a digital product where we have nothing tangible in there? So
they give you money, you give nothing back. How does that work?
How does that work? So that was my stubbornness, and I said, that's okay, it doesn't matter, I'm gonna do it anyways. So I promise you, I've created about 1 million courses, and I've created, especially the latest one that I have created, which unfortunately I'm not saying it was a flop, but it didn't go as well as I thought it would go. And I spent 1.5 years creating the product, creating the course, putting it all together, having all the recipes, the workouts,
the guides, the
documents,
the videos,
literally
the tools,
1.5 years thrown into the bin. So this is why I want you guys to think about how to pre-sell the digital product and then put it out there.
Because the thing is, you might be the expert in your field and you might have a clear idea of what your audience really needs, right? And that's why you want to build it first, so that you are ready. But what you don't know yet is that all of the things that you're taking for granted, because you are already talking from the top of the mountain. You already have the experience, but they don't. And you might get things wrong if you build it and then try and sell it later, because you might get the format wrong. Maybe you're thinking about a course, instead it should be a membership. Maybe it should be a course, instead you're thinking about an accelerator program. We didn't even know what that was back in the days. Or maybe it's like a WhatsApp group, because that works better with what you're trying to do. So you might not get that right. Or maybe the pricing, the delivery, everything. So what do we do instead of building everything and
So obviously I'm talking to you guys, and you in specific, that you might have a following, you might have people, you might have someone out there to talk to already. Of course, it's not that we're doing it to someone that we don't know. We haven't got a following. So once you have your community, once you've got your people, ask them exactly what they want, what they're looking for, and especially give them a taster of all the pointers that you want to touch upon. So if your course, let's say, has a specific framework, show that to them and say, would you guys be interested in something like this? Then you can have your validation. They can validate it for you. If they buy it and they actually give you money for it, then you know that that's exactly what they're looking for. If you create a course that you think they might need, because you know exactly what your people want, know exactly what they need, and then once you spend 1.5 years building it and then you put it out there and it's cricket, that is the biggest failure that you will ever have. But if you have people helping you out in the process, putting it all together, you will not have that specific problem. So think about your method, what you want to teach them, how you want to teach them, what the path and the journey that you will have to take with them will be put it all down into pointers and then offer it to them. Offer them a founding member price, something that they can build with you. Because then you can perfect it. Then you can put things that maybe are missing together. For example, we created our program, the Offer First program, which I'll tell you all about it later, with our founding members. And it's funny with the things that came out. Some people said, I loved that it was live, but it was a little bit too much. I loved that it would have been better if I had something that I could listen to before we even got to the lives. So everyone has got specific needs. Everyone also, remember, learns in a very different way. So maybe it is for you to understand what you need to put together in order to be delivered. That was for me a massive discovery. I had no idea. Well, you do learn. Now I know that people might be interested in a different way of delivering a certain program. Also, I tell you another thing. Something very wrong I did with my ballet fitness program was I didn't have a continuous support after the program, after the 6 weeks program were done. So I pretty much had no leverage on them to keep them accountable, and people started falling off. So I kept on giving, and no one was paying anymore. And I said, what am I showing up for? They are not showing up. I've lost contact with them. So the whole program was pretty much gone.
You lost motivation.
I lost motivation.
They lost motivation. There was too much stuff. So of course, I'm the man of the frameworks. So I just wanted to give you something a bit more like something like a formula that you can use if you're not sure what to do. So sometimes, because you know too much, you think that people, in order to get the results that you can produce to them, need to know as much as you. Or maybe you want to over deliver because you are not secure of yourself, and that's something you should erase from your head. People just want their problem to get fixed, and in the shorter amount of time. So if you can just group your community. Maybe you have some followers on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, wherever they are hanging around right now. Try and make them raise their hands and think about just the blueprint of your course, of your product, and follow this framework, which is what we've done. Then in all of our next sales that we've done, and then it's worked for us very, very well. The formula is, just think about a product that helps fixing a specific problem to a specific type of people within a specific time frame. So there are 3 elements that would immediately call the specific people, your niche, to see if they want that problem fixed, and if you have the right time frame. Because of course, for example, if you're doing weight loss, you know that it's going to take forever sometimes to achieve that goal. But if you think about, maybe if I can make them lose 5 kilos in 12 weeks, that's a bit more digestible. I can get them going. And I want to talk to you about only to men over 40, for example, because they've got different genetics. I can speak to them in a specific way, and it's way more specific for them to be attracted to me more directly. So that's a much more easy offer to say, listen, I'm going to follow you for 12 weeks, one-to-one. I haven't prepared anything because I want to specifically deliver value to you. Are you in and are you out? We are building it together, but it's going to be tailored for you. This is what we found be the best thing to pre-sell your course and make it better for your audience, not worse. And it saves you a ton of time if nobody says, I want it. So if nobody wants it, you don't build it, and you tweak it and try again. So that's how you do it.
So don't worry, you're not going to be cheat. That's the most important thing. You're not going to be cheating your people. You're actually helping them out in the best way possible, because you know exactly what pain you're solving, what they need, and how it needs to be fixed. incredible. Guys, I will never go back. I promise you, also because he's never going to let me, but I promise you, I will never go back into creating a program before I even work with my people, with my founding members, which then they will get everything. They will be there. They will be your biggest supporters, but we'll never build anything in advance ever again, because then I knew I will have to tweak it. I will know I will have to change it. Not worth wasting that time. I promise you that.
If you want to craft your blueprint and try and pre-sell it to your audience, maybe putting together a sales page as well for it, which is the only thing I would suggest you to do. We put together a guide that you can just download for free. There's no catch. It's actually the guide that we are using in our coaching program. So this is not another piece of content that is just fluff that I just want to get your email for. I don't care. I want you to get your results faster, and that's the first thing we can do for you for free. The link is in there.
Somewhere down in the description box below. It's
Okay.
right there.
The second thing is, let's suppose we are ready to promote something. How do we promote our product to the audience we have already? Let's switch camera because I feel like it deserves a new...
a fresh start. So, how to promote your product and services. I need to read it. I still haven't got that there. On social media properly. It's interesting because I have seen a lot of times beautiful, incredible people that have created their offer. They have validated their offer. They have everything packaged up, and they get very excited. And the very first thing that they do is, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it. And I was like, no, no.
I love the enthusiasm.
No. I know you're very excited about your baby that you've just created that is very digital, and it's absolutely incredible. And I know that you want to help people, but that's exactly what you should not be doing. It's almost like you're getting into a store, and the person that is in the store is trying to sell you the handbag, and then their sandwich, and then they're trying to sell you the pair of shoes, and then that's not how it works. So you need to help the person out and lead them through a specific path. So
I'll tell you a secret. Social media is not built for selling. So we never sold anything. And when we tried on social media, we didn't get any result whatsoever. This reminds me of the first time we launched our membership back in 2017. We made a video, a workout video, and then we mentioned it saying, by the way, we opened the membership where we've got more videos in there. Please go and give us money. Well, not phrased this way, but kind of sounded that way. We had 10,000 people in the channel. How many signs up we had? Not even 50, I think. It was an $11 product. So I thought we just wasted almost 2 years doing this. Social media is a scam. So, but now thinking back, after making a ton of money without selling, what did we find?
So what I found is that in a way we kind of did it by mistake. When we created our first YouTube channel, Lazy Dance Tips, I said, okay, I'm going to create content that is going to be good for my younger self. I knew that I wanted to help me quite a lot of years before that to find the ballerina, ask her questions, do classes. I also found myself in London where I needed to pay for a lot of classes, but I said, oh, I wish there was a ballerina that would help me out actually creating classes at home, that I could do at home, because I cannot spend 10, 15, 20 pounds every single time I go into class. So I said, okay, I'll create that as well. Obviously, we built a community that kept coming, and they, as I was mentioning at the beginning, we created a community of people that loved ballet in the past, never had the possibility to do it, and then fulfill that childhood dream. So I started giving. That's pretty much what I did. I started giving, and I created also something that would complement what they were doing. Every time it was pretty much complementing everything that they were learning And then I said, okay, they need pointers, they need something to direct them towards their goal. And it's funny because we have worked with agencies which they said you just need to have a lead magnet. You just need a lead magnet to get the people into the list. It's like, okay, but it's not just something. I need something valuable for them to have in their pocket. So I created a lead magnet. It wasn't just so-called lead magnet. It was a complement to what they were creating, what they were dancing. I wanted to give them extra value. I also wanted them to know that everything that they downloaded from me wasn't scammy. It wasn't pushy. It wasn't. I wasn't going to spam them, but I wanted to help them out in the best way possible. So whenever you're thinking about creating a lead magnet, which is that little, it can be a PDF, it can be a video, it can be a masterclass. Really do love your people and give them value, because that is the only way you will ever grow as a business, and you will have people coming to you happy. You don't want a business where people are actually telling others that you're scamming them, or you're too pushy, or you're just so much into their face and say, buy this, buy this, buy this. You don't want that, all right?
It could be, I'll tell you why you've got to change the way you do it. Because if you're trying just to make a quick buck, you'll be shouty and spammy and slimy, and nobody likes that. If you are not like that, but you are overexcited because you want just to have to serve people, because you are passionate about the solution that you found, you just sound exactly like a salesy person. So that doesn't work either. So you might say, but if people are ready, why shouldn't I just tell them how I can help them? Sure, but you are, statistically speaking, to only the 1 to 2% of the audience you want to capture, because the only 1 to 2% of people are ready immediately to buy your solution. What about the rest of 98%? These people don't know you. They need to understand your method. They need to get to know you to see if they like the way you talk, the way your voice sounds, the way your method would work for them. And how do you do that? Like Alessia mentioned, you want to invite them into your ecosystem, offering something additional to free social media content to get in touch whenever you need to. So you want to give them something for free in exchange for name and email. This is something so simple, and people screw it up, or maybe skip the step altogether because they're impatient. And you're missing out on 98% of people that will potentially one day need you.
So tell me, okay, I know you're right there. So tell me in the comments if you're one of those impatient people that just go around and tell your audience, oh, I'm so good at what I do, so please buy this thing that I have just created because I'm very proud of it. Tell me, be honest with us. I know you are out there. We've all done it
badly, because if you're not good at marketing and sales, you do it even worse than professionals.
Or if you're one like me, you just hide. Once you actually have to hide, you okay, Patricia, you're saying you hide. Okay, so you're like me at the very beginning. I even had that moment of saying, I don't know how to sell, I don't know how to do this, just buy my thing. Yeah, and you kind of shy away, and people say, but what? But what do I need to do? How do I just once think about this, think about the journey that you are having with the person. It's almost like you're taking them by the hand every single time, and you're leading them through this path. Once they're ready, the only last thing that you need to do is to offer them something on a silver plate, just because they are ready. But there's
something important I wanted to say. But how do we send them into our ecosystem using our social media content? Because social media is not for selling, is to be social, to give out, right? So if we never ask for anything, how are they gonna stepping into our ecosystem? So this is super crucial. If you get it right, this is where the gold is hidden.
So remember, whenever you are on social media, just social media, YouTube, whatever it is, just give out. Also, because remember, even if you give out the most important golden nuggets that you have, not everyone is ready or good enough to figure out what the path is going to be. All right, so just give, you guys. The people need to know who you are. People need to know where you're coming from. If you're actually genuine, if you are the kind of person that is going to talk to them from the heart, and then nicely, gladly just say, hey, I've got this thing, this PDF, this whatever, call it whatever you want, to complement the path that you are on. So whenever you're thinking about creating your so-called lead magnet, create it based on what they're doing to help them out even further, because maybe they need an extra step. They need pointers. They need something to help them out. The only thing that they need to exchange is their email and name. That's the only thing they need to do.
But make sure you don't start your video or your piece of content with that. Nobody wants to, hi, welcome to my video, download my thing. I don't even know you, dude. What the heck? Just give them something, deliver something of value, then mention it. Like when it transitions nicely to, okay, this is an additional resource. I've got my website. If you want to go deeper, this is the link, and then you move forward. Some people, actually the majority of people that are the most interested, will click and get into your email list because they want to get closer to you. That is the whole secret on social media. It's not more complicated than this, honest. But this leads me to...
I'm going to turn this way because...
Hello. This leads me to the third point, which is, but once we've built an email list, we've invited people in our ecosystem using the free resource and all of that, then what do we do with all these people in our CRM, if you know what that is? What do we do with them? We've got a bunch of people that said, yeah, send me email. So what do we do now?
Do we sell there?
Well, yes and no. But this is not like, oh, you've now come on a back door, I'm gonna just shove things down your throat. No, that's not like that, because the nurturing in the email sequence should continue. People did not sign up on your mailing list to get sold to. People want to, again, explain what I said before. You want to, they are waiting for you to tell them that you've got the solution to their problems, and they are checking you out. They want to know if you are the right person for them. And so what do? You like to do something very amazing. You like to give the free resource and then follow up with them with the email. So it's part of the journey to receive the emails.
I love that. There is different ways. I keep losing my microphone. Sorry, just good. So there are different ways I very much like to create engagement with my people. But first of all, let us know in the comments if you have created your lead magnet, or if you're actually looking for ideas onto how to create your lead magnet or how to keep the people engaged. Let me know in there. Remember, any questions, we will be answering them as well. So keep that in mind. But it's good for us also to give you exactly what you need. All right. So just to let you know, so something I very much love to do with it's not just a lead magnet. Recently, I have created a full-on course, free, online on YouTube, that people can just watch. Obviously, obviously people can watch it, but they don't have very much a guidance on what to do, because there is only a limited amount of time I can spend with people that are online on YouTube, especially when you get to big numbers like ours, because we've got about 9,000 people on YouTube. It's very hard to keep track of who sends you messages and whatnot. So what I do for my so-called lead magnets, it's not a lead magnet for me, it's the extra help. I created a PDF that goes with the free course, and I also have created a email sequence that helps them out every single every 2 days, every week. It depends how much you want to keep up with them, to make them think, make them write, give them tips on what they need to do on that specific step, or maybe how they will be feeling on week 3, because usually that's when people give up. So think about the journey that your person is having, and think about how you can help them out through that once they have downloaded your free PDF, for example. To me, it's all about helping them out even further, step by step. And the funny thing is, in that step by step, I know there's always going to be someone saying, I want to ask you for extra help. And maybe I do have the extra help already put together. I've got a program that might be exactly perfect for them. So that's when in the PS, maybe after the 3rd or the 4th or the 5th email, say, you're here, you've been doing this course for quite some time, you seem to me that you're very interested and very full of energy, you're still going, so why don't you join me in this specific course? That's the only time I really invite people into maybe having a look at a program that I've got that could be very good, always related to what they're doing, that can complement even more, this time maybe buying very cheap, that can complement their path they're on right now. It's almost like it's a no-brainer. It's the extra help.
Maybe get there faster. And if your focus is to serve them for free for as long as it takes, but making sure that the path to working with you is always clear, like Alessia said, maybe in the PS there is a message for whoever's ready to get there faster. Or maybe if you want some interaction to see where they're at, you actually ask them, let me know how it's going.
Just reply to this email and let me know how it's going.
After 10 emails, after 10 videos watched, and then 10 emails, they will want to know, like, they will feel like you're their friend. So they would want to know how they're doing. And that's how you start the conversation as well. And if you see a gap from where they are and where they want to be, and your product fills that gap, you can just reply, listen, I've got the perfect program for you, and here's the link if you want to know more. And that's your landing page where they get all the information about your program, and they might even sign up from there and give you money, which is exactly what you want, but you nurture all the way there.
That's another important thing. Nurture your people. Once they become a part of your ecosystem, they are the most important people you will ever talk to, because the moment you spam them, the moment that you do them wrong, the moment that you just say something that they don't like it, the moment that you just keep shoving sales in their faces, that's the time when people just unsubscribe.
Absolutely.
Should I say that again? Do not spam people, because they will gladly say goodbye to you. You've been a pain and I don't want to buy because you're only selling to me. You don't want that.
This deserves a slide.
It does deserve a slide. So don't ever spam people, whether you are, because they really are the most important people. Remember, whenever you are on social media, the social media platform owns your people. The moment they decide to download your free book, your free PDF, your free thing, they have actively decided that you are an important person in their life, and they will share their important email address with you. The moment that you start spamming them, the moment that you've ruin their trust, like you literally they just say, I don't trust you anymore. So they're your best friend. Remember this, treat your list as the most important friend you'll ever talk to.
Yes.
Not just to sell them something, but because you really do care about them. Otherwise, I promise you wouldn't have started this business.
If you don't care about your audience, you only want to make money, this is not the channel for you.
No.
Go somewhere else. We've got a question from Patricia.
Yes.
And shall we answer it now or later?
Let's answer it now because it's very good now.
So I like the PDF idea. I am writing a book on my content. Do you think a chapter or a few recipes, environmentally sustainable floral design, is a nice idea for a PDF? It really depends on, I'm going to say my opinion.
You say.
I wouldn't think in terms of chapters or few recipes. I would think in terms of what bite-sized results I can get them with potentially a chapter or a few recipes. Because it might not be, because people don't want chapters, people don't want recipes, people don't want to watch videos, people don't want to have sessions, people want the results. And a free PDF can be just as simple as a sustainable floor design for your office desk. And that's a very small chapter, but they, at the end of it, will have a desk. I don't know if I even understood that properly, but whatever that is, just think about small, tangible results they can achieve. Because imagine, I download your free thing, and I do everything you tell me because I'm a good student, and then at the end of it, I get an amazing result. I'm immediately thinking, wow, if this is the free stuff, I cannot even begin to imagine what the course or the program might be. I can even redo the whole house, the whole office, whatever, right? That's what I think you should do. Think about the small result. Don't think about the vehicle to get there. You'll figure it out based on the goal. The goal is the most important thing. Okay.
So far, so good, you guys. Let us know. We always read in your comments. We are here to serve you, so let us know. Glad you liked it, Patricia.
Yay.
Very good. Absolutely. That's always the thing. I didn't mention it before, but whenever you create that PDF or that lead magnet, complement it to what they're doing, complement it and give them results. It's all about giving people results in advance to understand, as Jacopo was saying, if they like you, if they love you, if they want to spend more time with you, if they want to give you that email address to get into your ecosystem. It's very, very, very important. Yes, good. Thanks, Karin.
And that brings us to the fourth point.
Wow, already?
Yes.
Wow.
Been here half an hour. How to sell without selling your soul. And then we're gonna reply to some questions if we have any. So that's already kind of permeating in everything we said. Because if you do everything we said, hang on, I just want to change the scenery.
You need to tell me.
How do we sell without selling our soul? I mean, if they've done everything we've said so far, they already are lovable people because they haven't been spamming anyone. They didn't tell everyone to sign up, enroll, and download my free thing, or every time they create a new post, but they've just mentioned it when it felt good in their social media efforts. But there is a time where we actually need to make people pay. So how do we do that?
Which for some of us is one of the hardest things, especially whenever you're doing it live. I promise you, is one of the hardest things. But there are ways around it. There are ways that we can invite people. I never say to people, buy something. I say that we invite them into taking the extra step into what they want to achieve. Remember that people are looking for a specific result. If your program, your service has got that specific result written all over it, the only thing that you need to do is just to open the door and invite them in there. Whenever they're ready, some people are ready right away. Some people might take a few years to say, I'm now ready. So don't worry. That's what happens. That's exactly how it is, and that's life. Some people will take forever to make a decision.
Some people will take nothing. We've got people giving us, like, we've got an unlimited version of our membership, which is about $2,000. Initially, we didn't even fathom the idea of selling something for $2,000, especially because it was fitness, ballet related. It's not something that people must have. It's a nice, beautiful thing to have, but not a must-have. We just put it there in a landing page for price reference because we wanted to sell the monthly and the annual version of that. And then with our surprise, as soon as we started putting the option there, some people started taking up on it because there is a client for every price. And these people, the higher ticket people, they weren't even in our mailing list. They just came out of nowhere. Maybe they've been watching our videos for years. Maybe they watched a couple. This is the very 0.1% of people that are always there. So give them a way to give you money, but not because you want to capitalize on it and that's it, but because people need the faster way to their results. So I just want to mention something, because this 4-point is selling without selling your soul. If it's all about mindset, in my opinion, because if you are thinking that by selling something, you are taking away, you are taking advantage, you are scamming people, it would always feel icky and terrible for you. And that is why you will not sell, because selling is an exchange of emotions. If that's your emotion, it's not a pleasant exchange. But if I need your help, and you only give me free stuff, but listen, I don't have time to scan your whole YouTube channel to find all of the resources that I need, to put them together into a nice little path. I don't want to do that work because I'm busy. I just want help. And you don't offer me anything. You know what's going to happen? I'm going to go to somewhere else that's got a course or a program or a coaching program, whatever, and I'm going to pay this other person and not you. End of the story. You've made me a disservice. So it's more like a change of perspective on selling, that you don't have to sell your soul, because your soul is so important. So,
and sometimes it's funny because the more we get scared about the sale, the more we become that green monster that goes, I need to sell you something. All right.
yeah.
So, and also on the other side, there is people that say, I don't want to give anything out for free. As Jacopo was saying, I don't want to give anything, all my good stuff out for free, because then what have I got to sell? Jacopo has come out with a very good pointer, where you need to fill the gap. You need to fill the gap to the problem that me, as the person that is coming to you, is trying to solve. So whenever you're giving out content online, and you're giving out on whatever social media platform or YouTube you've got, remember that you're giving, and you I've lost the track, but see, things that happen around I get distracted. But you want to deliver that ton of value, but what you freak out is, but I've got nothing to sell. So people will buy your accountability, the fact that you can keep them accountable to keep on track to with whatever they've got to do. They will buy the path that you have put together for them, because online, on my channel, on Lays Down Tips channel, we've got more than 400 and so on videos of ballet. You can do them in any point that you want. If you know how to put things together, you're set. All right,
We've grown the channel and the business to close to 6-figure just by learning from YouTube. So knowledge, it's not what you want to sell, because it's already free everywhere.
What you want to sell is the implementation.
Yeah.
The fact that someone doesn't know how to wake up in the morning and do their exercises, what exercises to do in the morning, and what they need to wear for that specific thing. If they need to do something every so often because they've got a back pain, they need someone to guide them. So you are that guide. What you're selling is that guide. But obviously you say, how do I sell without selling my soul? You don't want to keep on selling in front of their faces. What you want is to invite them, and you want to guide them, and you want to take them through that path. If the goal that they're looking for is exactly what you want, what you have on the label of your product. Of course,
speaking of label of programs, sometimes we don't know how to nicely present the benefits of what we do. And we know this because we've spoken with so many people that want create online businesses, they want to create programs and courses. And when I see the landing pages, I don't understand, frankly, what they're selling, and probably they don't understand it either. So this is the reason why we created a guide for you to create that landing page, even if you haven't created the program already or the course, but at least you can explain what benefits this program will be for your ideal client. And if you want a copy, it's free. You can find it at profitabletalent.com. You can download it and do whatever you want with it. We're going to send you email. It's like an email course. So every day we're going to send you an email to guide you through the guide, to help you implement all of the things that are in there. Again, this is not something we did with ChatGPT in 10 minutes. This is a tool that we created for our high-paying coaching members. Again, we are giving it away because that's knowledge. We don't sell knowledge. We sell the implementation, which is a completely different thing. If you want us to work with you, that's a completely different thing. You'll find it on our website if you want to. I know you'll find it. So whenever you're ready, do whatever you want.
So remember, whenever people come into your ecosystem, there is something very incredible that you can do. As I mentioned before, people that come into your ecosystem are the most important people you will ever meet. They've opened up a door for you, yes, to get in and to say, welcome to my home. That's what the exchange of email nowadays it is, especially for me. Like, I was like, oh, okay, I can sit here and I can be comfortable right there with you. So rather than becoming that pushy person, whenever you're writing an email, whenever you are writing something, a piece of content, whenever you are welcoming them into your ecosystem, remember that you're not just selling things, you are inviting them into your place as well, and you're their best friend. Yes. Whenever you are trying to help them, you're not fixing their problem, you are helping them fix their own problem. You're their best friend. So remember this, there is no need to become this green monster pushy salesperson, say, come to my thing, do my thing, do this, or come to my live event, there is no need to do that. Remember, whatever you are offering them fills in the gap between the problem that they have and the fact that it's going to be fixed. Just lead them through, and whenever the time is right, invite them into I never say buy something, it's just to make you understand. Take them to the next step, the next most
higher level of service that you can provide to them. I think
that's what I wanted to say. So there is no need to grab them, be pushy or twisting their arms to make the sale. Just be yourself, be genuine, and just invite someone for a cup of tea. Remember, this is for me. So just come in for a cup of tea. Let's have a chat. I've got the answer for you. I'm not going to tell you that until you are pretty much ready. Does it make sense? I always ask this question. Does it make sense? I'm going to turn around this way because I like this. Because that's...
We ran out of points.
We did run out of points.
We are all yours in case you have any questions. It was fun, hopefully. For us, it was.
Very much so. We will keep coming back to this because I think it's a very nice way for us to engage with you. And especially if you've got any questions right away, we can interact, we can have a chat, we can discuss, and we can help you out to not make any of the mistakes that we have made in 7 years, which is exactly why we are here, you guys. We've tried it all. We made every possible mistake on the business. And yes, I have become a green monster. And yes, I didn't know how to sell. And yes, I've created about 1 million courses that now I don't know how
to go through any of that.
No. So if you've got any question, come to me and come to Jacopo. I will be there to help you out, literally, genuinely, because we want the talent that you've got to be out there in the world. Because remember, there is always someone out there that is waiting for you to help them out. There is someone out there that needs your talent. So you please get out there, create this business online, because it's the most beautiful thing to help others out in their life, in their journey. And even if you can only help one person, wouldn't that be time absolutely beautifully spent? You're changing someone's life. So this is what we want. This is what the world needs. The world needs you. So get out there.
It's good that they understand our energy. It's because this is what gets us going. We don't have a life. That's why we are here on Saturday.
No, we love but we really do
have a life.
But we also get high in helping you guys, especially because we know that you can succeed in what you're doing right now. And especially we want you to know that you are not alone, not only in the very highs, because there is going to be lots of highs and lots of lows throughout this path. And if you can have someone right next to you, and I really do hope that it's going to be us right next to you, helping you out, that is gonna change. That's gonna make our life way better as well. So
look at this. This is Patricia saying, yes, fabulous. Thanks for answering my question and giving your time. We'll start following this channel. Yes.
California is nice and hot in
California. Here. Barbara, thank you guys. What a great value you have delivered, and absolutely love your energy. We love you. Thank you for being here. It's been forever. Karina, so great to see you here. We are real. Yes. Our program rocks. You rock. Okay.
There's Sarah too. Hi, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
She's just laughing.
I know. She's laughing. She's happy, but because she knows us. But remember, guys, you're not alone. It doesn't matter how tough it is, how tough it becomes. Make sure that you keep on pushing, because the world needs you and your talents, guys. Really do.
It's a good question.
Oh, I want questions. I like questions.
Will there be any future live streams? You know what? We are thinking of doing this as a regular show. So now I said it.
So when I we still haven't decided when. I think Saturday is a good thing. If you want to let us know when a good day might be, let us know. Leave us a comment.
This is what I would love to know. When would be the best day for you, and what type of content we should cover based on what we do. Of course, don't ask us about, I don't know, doctor and medical stuff. We don't know anything about that. But if it's how to do everything we've done, we will be happy to help you.
So let us know what day of the week is going to be good for you guys. But we're planning on doing it monthly. So as I said, I don't know if it's going to be beginning of the month, end of the month, whatever the month. We'll figure it out. Surprise. So stay tuned. We'll keep that going as we go. What? But yeah.
Awesome. Right. If there are not any other questions, we can say love you and leave you.
Love you and leave you.
Love you and leave you. I'm just reading the comments.
You are reading, because there's a
lot of perfect time for me. Perfect. Because it's good for us too. Again, we don't have a life. Saturday is good.
It's all about the mission, remember. And always remember, guys, I know it might change, but
this is not just random.
No. We had this because so every time we walk and we sit down, and before we start a live or a class or whatever we do, is we need to get reminded to stay inspired. Stay inspired, because as we said, the world needs you and your knowledge, your path, not just your knowledge, your experience. Someone is waiting out there for you, for your experience, and for them to be guided by you and what you've got in your heart. With that,
sounds like a perfect ending.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for being here.
We love you, and I shall see you very soon.
See you soon. Bye-bye.